Good afternoon, Americans. This is your favorite alien speaking on Friday, May 10th, TJIF. Before I forget, Happy Mother's Day in case I don't talk to you on Sunday. To all you mothers around here, I did a video earlier this morning on the consequences of impeachment. And I gotta do a follow up video, me and Bubba anyway, and call it Impeachment Trial. Okay. And concentrate on the Senate, which is the jury. And here, Americans, is the problem that you're going to have on an impeachment. And it's a trust that you put on your representatives and senators on this. Well, the representatives are going to have a team that's going to be the prosecutors and defenders from the House, and the Senate acts as the jury on an impeachment trial. But here's the problem, Americans. If I were every senator, and there's 100 of them, right? And I'm assuming that all 100 has to be there on this trial. No ifs, ands, or buts. So if it's 100, first you should look at Article 2, Section 4, and then, like I've been harping at it again, look at the interpretations by Chief Justice Marshall, you senators, Democrats and Republicans alike, because you're going to be the jury. Have an open mind. If you go there with your Democrat and Republican minds on this, then this is a farce. Right now it's 53-47, Republican edge. You need 66 to impeach President Trump. 67 would be better, but 66 is the magic number. I would love 67, 2/3 plus 1, but it doesn't say that. It says 2/3 of the Senate. In my case, it would be 2/3 plus 1 for 67. But be that as it may, I know that you have at least 3 Republicans that don't like President Trump. Susan Collins and the lady from Alaska. Forget what her name was, Muskowski, I guess. But anyway, that's 2 of them that I know, and the lady from Arizona, McSally. So here's the problem, ladies. Like Jeff Flake before you from Arizona, Miss McSally. President Trump is a bully, yes. He doesn't have a good demeanor. You got that right. He doesn't treat his employees and cohorts right. Well, you should have known that from The Apprentice, right? Americans should have known that before they elected him. You're fired. Yeah, right. Well, he can't. You're fired here because you guys have the term to say you're fired. Now, be that as it may, 53-47. If after all the information that those dumb Democrats are going to be throwing at you, and Republicans, you know that the Democrats are, they don't have anything because they never bothered to get anything concrete. It's hard when you read Article 2, Section 4 to vote impeach President Trump. You have to have something concrete, and the Democrats don't have it. They got political, and this is not a political issue at all. So here's the problem, Americans, and the problem for the senators. 53-47, if that's the vote that comes against for a no vote, or 47-53, because the Democrats need 66. So even if they put their stupid watermelons together and vote 47, and the 3 ladies or the 3 Republicans come over, it's 50-50. I want to see a vote like I saw in the Andrew Johnson, where those Republicans went over to the other side to say no. And why? I want every one of you senators, Democrats or Republicans, not to vote because of a party line. This is a big issue here. If it comes to impeachment, I don't want to see 47-53 or 50-50. There's a few of you Democrats I know that are not biting the party line here on the Senate? Maybe 5 or 6? So either way, you see, you don't have the 66. And the Democrats in the House don't have the ammunition to get you to 66. This is what I'm trying to tell House Speaker Pelosi. Stop this. She doesn't have the ammunition. You got to get to 66. And you need very concrete ammunition. Chairman Rodino had it. He could have gotten to 70 if he wanted to back in 1974, even higher than 70. But my guess says he would have had at least 70 votes. And the Republicans weren't in the majority there. The Democrats didn't have that big of a majority either. They had like 55 or something like that. But he could have gotten over 70, at least 70. That tells you something of the backbone of the Republicans back then. They had to cave because of the truth and the power of the articles of impeachment. Would have been serious. So this is what I'm saying, Americans. You should get after your senators. If it's 50-50, which I'm assuming that's what the vote would be, or 47-53, you got a problem of the Senate not acting the way it's supposed to be, okay? This is your favorite alien signing off saying, make sure that you hold these senators accountable for their vote on this impeachment. We don't like President Trump, but we can't impeach him just because we don't like him, because he's a bully, because he's that. You have to have evidence. And right now, the Democrats don't have any, because they never bothered to look. I gave them some issues. They never bothered to look at those. So this is your favorite alien saying, this is a farce, Democrats, and you know it. Back off. Thanks.